Prime Minister Narendra Modi cancelled his events in Punjab today after he was stuck on a flyover for around 20 minutes because of protesters. Now, the government has taken this very seriously, called it a massive security breach that has ignited a huge conflict between the centre and the Congress-ruled state government ahead of elections in Punjab. Prime Minister Modi returned to the airport in Bathinda because of this breach, says the Home Ministry in a statement, blaming the Congress government for failing to prepare for the Prime Minister's visit. The Home Ministry has said that the Prime Minister was stuck on a flyover for 15 to 20 minutes. This was a major lapse in security of the Prime Minister. Now, interesting to know that this is what is being called as the single biggest lapse in the security of any Indian Prime Minister in recent years. So this is the view that the government has taken according to sources. Let's go right across to Sunil Prabhu joining us with the very latest. Sunil, has the Punjab government responded?
Well, they have officially will definitely look into the matter because, as you are well aware, the SPG is a central act protected and passed by Parliament to protect India's Prime Minister. India spends over 500 crores of rupees on the Special Protection Group. And as you are well aware, to protect the Prime Minister alone, the act has been amended to ensure only that the present Prime Minister is protected. This is a serious breach, not only on the state police, who are also equally responsible, but also on the SPG. How did they set and go ahead with this entire process in the backdrop of the fact that the route wasn't sanitized? In the meanwhile, a political war of words has started between the BJP calling out the Punjab government and the Congress responding. Mr. Nadda has tried to make the issue of a security breach a political issue ahead of the Punjab elections, and the Congress too has responded. The Congress has said after these visuals have come of Prime Minister stuck on a flyover, saying that 10,000 security personnel were deployed. All arrangements were made in coordination with the SPG and the other agencies. Deepika, I need to point this out that in this case, when a Prime Minister's visit is planned, there are intelligence bureau inputs, there are various agencies, especially since it's a border state. How did the Prime Minister be allowed to go forward without the proper due diligence which is required by the SPG? After all, they are the nodal agency to look after the Prime Minister's security. How did they allow the Prime Minister, even though they were given by a State Assurance Act, did they do their own cross-checking to ensure that the route was sanitized? Did they have their own local inputs? What was the Central Intelligence Bureau doing, which helps the SPG on a continuous basis? So there's a complete breach out here. The route was carved even for buses of BJP workers from Haryana and Rajasthan who had been called for this function, as per the Congress's tweet, Mr. Randeep Surjewala has pointed out, saying also that the Prime Minister decided to take a road journey which was not part of the original schedule, which was also accepted by the SPG and the MHA statement. Going on to point out that Mr. Gajendra Shekhawat, who is the Water Resource Minister, as well as the BJP in charge for Punjab, who had been speaking and negotiating with the protesting farmers about the incidents that had taken place, especially their demands of sacking Ajay Mishra Teni, warning withdrawal of criminal cases against farmers in Haryana, Delhi and UP, and compensation for the kin of the 700 who died, apart from a quick decision on MSB and other things. So clearly a war of words has started. This is very unfortunate that the Prime Minister's security has become a political issue. This should have been something that security agencies should have dealt with and dealt with it at their own level. But now it has become a political slugfest, and it's really, really unfortunate because you don't play with the security. These are very, very important and sacrosanct steps, and these are usually never politicized. But this is a sad reflection of the times that we live in.